day 15 and try to see what we can learn today. Every run gives us new information, but I don't know. I want to make something more significant. I want to make like a big advance today if I can. I kind of want to make a big advance every day, but we'll see what's possible. I think I'm going to hold off on going to the outer room today to start the run. We're going to try really, really hard. We're going to try to get out of the garage and be able to set up the room that way, I think. So that's going to save us like 6 steps at the start of the run. Well, I don't know. It has so many benefits. I don't know. Maybe... Do I want to go there today? What do we know about what we can build there? So the tool shed is nice. Schoolhouse, shrine, shelter, root cellar. All of these things are good, and there's 2 we haven't built. You know what? Okay, never mind. Forget that. We're gonna go. We're gonna go and we're gonna see what we can get built. There's 2 things we haven't built yet. I'm not sure I remember what they are or if we've seen them. Hey, Pila, welcome back to the channel. I have not seen it. No, Cyberpunk. I know they were releasing it for Nintendo Switch, but I don't know that I've seen it. All right, you know what? We haven't built the trading post. Let's build the trading post. Items for trade. Let's find out how this works. So, an outpost established on the outskirts of Mount Holly in the era before the New Realms. This station allowed the frontiersmen and trappers of these mountains to trade goods and services with the estate, the locals, and one another. Okay. So I do have my 5 coins from my allowance, so theoretically I might be able to buy something. But it says items for trade, as in... Huh, what is this? A little too dangerous to pick up. As in, what if you have to trade one item for another? Obviously, I don't have any starting items here. What is this? Aha! Okay, a puzzle box. So we see 2 colors. We've seen these colors on the dartboard. Yellow was like addition. Pink was, I want to say multiplication. I'm not sure. Comments are hilarious. Everyone is praising CDPR for shipping the game on a cartridge. Okay. Well, yeah. Let's see. So there's 4 mountain things here. Okay. Okay, so yellow moves up. Oh, that resets yellow. And if I leave this color, that does a reset, that does a reset. What does hitting this do? Rotates that 3 ways. I don't know what I'm trying to get done here. Okay, maybe I'm trying to get all 4 corners. I'm not sure I fully understand how this works. Okay, so if I put this here, it rotates clockwise, right? Yeah, it continues to rotate clockwise. So... if I put it in the middle there, it'll rotate, Where does this one go if I click this? Oh, there we go. Okay. Hey, okay, we got something interesting. You've been rewarded an allowance token. Your allowance has been permanently raised by 2. I'll take that. Okay, that's fine. I don't actually get the 2 coins today because I've already got my allowance for today. What else have we got? A crowbar, a can, a gas can. Anything, let's see, let's take a look at the walls here. Anything that looks like a slot for a broken lever? Not really. There's no dirt patches. We got going over here. Some sacks of presumably cement or something. And then... Yeah, okay, so in order for this to be valuable, you need an item to trade for another item. Got it. So this would be an example of, now that we've built it, we know about it. This would be an example of something we could hope to get later in the day, where coming here early doesn't help us, but having it later in the day would be good. And at least we got our allowance buff, which will help us in future runs. All right. I also started the day with 2 keys, thanks to the... It's one of the rooms I built yesterday. Studio Editions? The clock tower, right. So we do have 2 keys to start, so that's nice. All right, I guess, yeah, so we burned 6 steps on that, but let's start drafting. I would like to get the garage today. I'd really like to get the garage today. It is a dead end, and it can only be built in the west wing. And then to use it, I need the car keys, which means I either need to find them or get the coat check built. And I need the breaker room so that I can put power in here. So I think the best thing to do is to leave this for later and focus on the eastern side and try to get as many blueprints out of the draw pool as possible so that when I come over here, I'm more likely to get the ones I want. I think that's my best chance. Yeah, Expedition 33, Clair Obscure. That's the next game I'm planning to play. After I finish Blueprints, Clair Obscure is the next one we're going to play on the channel. So very excited about that. It looks like it's been very well received. Looks like it's right up my alley as well. So all that seems great. Okay, Parlor for gems or Nook for another key. I think since we have no gems right now, we'll go Parlor to start. Let's see. Any extras today? Doesn't look like it. Usually, wait. Oh, that's just the light. Usually it spawns here if there's an extra. All right, let's solve the puzzle. Okay, the gems are in the white box. If that's true, one of these must be false. Statements with the word white are always true. The statement on the white box is true. So this has to be false because one of the boxes must be true and all 3 boxes have the word white on it. So this has to be false. Statements with the word white are always true. That's false. The statement on the white box is true. That's also false. We know that that's false, so this statement is false, which means this is true. The gems are in the white box. All right. Now, we really need something heading east, and then hopefully we get something south, but we'll see what we get here. All right, so unless I build the commissary, we're blocked out of here. Or I could maybe come down, but south exits are so rare. Why don't we go ahead and build the commissary? That's going to burn one of our gems, though. The corridor and the hallway don't help me because there's no entrance to the foundation here, so... Yeah, we'll go commissary here and hope we get more gems. All right, I don't need any of that. This Dirigiblocks video game is still unpowered. I don't know whether that's because the devs haven't put it in yet or if I need to get power to this room. Let's see what's for sale. Salt Shaker would be good, but I'd rather get the shovel or the sleeping mask. Either of those would be fantastic. So let's hold off. We might have to backtrack, spend some steps here. And then we'd love something going south from this room if we can get it. All right, so we have... The storeroom's good. Chapel does go south. Nook will give us a key and go south. You know what? I'm taking that, I think. Storeroom's good for sure, but I'd rather get as many rooms as possible early. And another key never hurt anybody. Anything extra? Oh, the magnifying glass. Nice. Okay. So that means I'd like to theoretically get the dark room if possible. There's some stuff in there I need to look at with the magnifying glass. All right. This could be a dead end. This can be anything we want. Why don't I just pick up the guest bedroom here for the steps? We don't have the sleeping mask yet. If I go pantry, you know what? If I go pantry, I can pick up the sleeping mask or the shovel. And we have to backtrack anyway. So let me go pantry here. We'll get like something to eat. Well, it's only a crappy apple, which is 2, but... All right, we got some gold. Back to the commissary. Now we'll buy... What do I want? Do I want the shovel or the sleeping mask? Shovel has the opportunity to get me keys, gems, and coins. Sleeping mask gets me steps. We could get lucky and build the nursery too. I think I want the shovel today. And then if we get a bunch more coins, we can try to come... And if we get a bunch more coins and steps, we can come back for the sleeping mask. But if we have the steps, we might not need it. Who knows? All right, let's head north now. I want to preserve the western side as much as possible for later. Let's see. Den gets me a gem and 2 exits that I want. So we'll go... Yeah, I don't want the courtyard. Let's go Den. All right. Here's a gem. Yeah, we'll head north first. Yep. What do we have here? Observatory could be good. Hallway, also good. I don't want to spend this gem right now. I've only got 2. I'm going to go hallway here. And we can now get into the foundation, where we can certainly use the shovel. Now, there is one thing I noticed when I was going through... Let me bring this up. So when I was going through my screenshots... Where's the aquarium stuff? Aquarium stuff. Here we go. It's in one of these. Not this. This is the archives. That's the patio. That's some sort of, like, laundry room that I don't think we've seen. Oh, we've seen the plan, but I never drafted it. Here we go. This looks like a hallway, right? It's got these benches. It's got the benches, right? It's got the vase. So what is the, like... This is from the drained aquarium. I don't see, like, an X or an arrow. I don't see anything in here that makes me understand why this is important. But this is a hallway, right? I think it has to be. I don't know that there's anything hidden here. It may just be that... Remember, the aquarium has every type of room in it, so it might be that this is the hallway. And that's what gives the aquarium its hallwayness, I guess. Combat in Expedition 33 is kind of unique. You can actively dodge in a turn-based game. I've only seen parry mechanics in turn-based games. Huh. Yeah, I've seen a very, very small amount of it. I just saw like a little bit of a preview of one part of the combat. It definitely looked interesting. All right, let's make our way into the foundation here and see if there's any soil pits to dig up. There's one. Okay, coins, I'll take. 3 coins, putting us at 6. Pebbles not worth picking up, sadly. All right, those are the 2 pits here. That's all we get. Well, 3 coins ain't nothing. All right, what are we gonna do here? I think storeroom for sure. Let's grab those gems. And we could now go get the sleeping mask. Was the sleeping mask 8? No, yeah, we're still 1 coin shy. Okay. We're still 1 coin shy. Let's go north then. There are QTEs as well, huh? Okay, yeah, it definitely seemed like an interesting combat system, like something that made the turn-based stuff a little bit more engaging. Kind of reminds me of like Mario Party, or not Mario Party, Mario RPG. Conference room. Conference room, definitely the way to go here, both for the exits and for the fact that we can spread items into it. Love that. There shouldn't be anything in here now, I don't think. But if we manage to get a spreading room, those items will appear here. All right, let's go over to the East Wing first. What do we got? So, chapel, we lose coins. I don't want to do that. bedroom is a dead end if we build it. So is boudoir. So these are both dead ends, which I'm not a fan of. And I don't have the nursery or the sleeping mask. So we'll build the chapel, but we won't go in just to leave ourselves that exit. And we can maybe find another way to get over there without passing through it, I guess. It's pretty rare to get an item in here, so I'm going to avoid going in there for now. All right. Now, here's an interesting question. Well, I guess we'll see if this is locked or not. It's not locked. All right. Oh, look at this. Whenever you enter ballroom, set your gems to 2. That is fascinating. That's free gems for steps. Like, there are certain rooms that cost more than 2, but just being able to get 2 gems whenever I want, that's incredibly freeing. The freezer freezes your account. Money and gem amounts will not reset at the end of the day, and they cannot be adjusted or used until tomorrow. That's a little rough. I wouldn't be able to use my money or gems, but I would start tomorrow with 4 and 7. So, like, one way you could use this is build it and then immediately call it a day, right? And just say, I'm going to start over tomorrow with 4 gems and 7 coins. If you're having a bad run, but if you have these resources, it wouldn't really be a bad run. I guess this is better when you're, like, out of steps and near the end of the day and you still have resources. I don't know. It'd be pretty tough to build this. Like, if I built it right now and called it a day, that would be one thing. But it feels like I'm wasting the potential of the day if I do that. Plus, I want to build this ballroom. Being able to get 2 gems is kind of amazing. Now, the bad thing about it is, let's say I had 12 gems and I enter this, I lose 10. But honestly, that's not a problem for me now, and unlikely to be a situation I'll encounter. So, since we've never built this, let's go with this. Hey, some more music. That's good. Okay, let's take a look at what this room's about. An opulent hall with a polished mirror floor. In the old days, numerous balls and dances were held in this splendid room. However, as he aged, the Baron began to prefer private parties in the parlor over the grand formal receptions of his youth. Rido Remastered comes on a cartridge for Switch 1, but only with a key card for Switch 2. Well, I mean, I like physical carts just because they can't take them away from you. They can't revoke the license or whatever. They can't say this is no longer available for download on the eShop. But I understand with the size of games these days, like, in order to put enough memory on a cartridge for it to hold some of the bigger games, they'd have to, like, increase the cost of the cartridge by quite a bit. And they're not willing to do that. So it's kind of a catch-22, right? They want to provide what the customer wants, but the customer's not willing to pay for what they want. So, all right, what is this? Clara and Simon in Eclipse Ball 1952. Clara. Oh, this is our grandmother and grandfather. So Clara Epson and Simon Sinclair. Is there anything else? That kind of looks like a constellation, maybe? I don't know. Probably. It's probably just not. It's probably just like sunspots on the photo. In Eclipse Ball. Was In Eclipse? No, Tristan, I think, was the bombing place. All right, we've got 2 more pages here. Page 6. Under these stars the dance is held, and to the floor we are compelled. The gowns glide on and music swells, and at the end of the clock strikes 12. What that means, only time can tell. And then page 7. 2 remain for one last dance and spin again around clock hands, and as they turn, a second chance to rise above the falling sands. The true time lost in past romance. Okay, so now we want to take a look at our sheet music, which I think I separated out. Yeah, here we go. All right. So the bold words are what we're looking for. First, words First words on the... First words on the sheets? First words on the sheets are true message. Okay. First words on the sheets are true message. So, what are the first words on the sheets? Find among the white trees. Find among the white trees. Under 2. Find among the white trees under 2. Stones. Find among the white trees under 2 stones. Okay. Find among the white trees under 2 stones. That's the true message. Okay, so I'm not sure I understand this. Find among the white trees under 2 stones. But we figured something out. We have something else going on now. You're disappointed about Yakuza 0 stuff? Well, you know. Honestly, here's what I would say. Like, honestly, Yakuza is not the kind of game I'd be like, wow, 20 years from now, I'd be like, oh, I can't wait to play this again. It's just not enough of a classic. It's a one-time buy, a one-time play for me. Now, something like a Zelda game like Breath of the Wild, that you want on a cartridge, right? Or Super Mario Odyssey. Or something like that. Maybe even Cyberpunk, but Yakuza 0, it's just not a good enough game. It's like a trashy novel, right? Like, it's enjoyable. It's certainly enjoyable, and it's worth the time you put into it. But it's not like, you know, it's not like a Dickens masterpiece where you're going to read it every 10 years or, you know, it's not like David Copperfield or Wuthering Heights or one of those types of games to me. So it wouldn't super bother me that it's not available on a cartridge. All right. So the only exit north right now is from the chapel, which I don't want to pass through because I'd rather not spend the money. So let's try and get something north here. Ideally, both north and west, and preferably south as well. But let's see what we can make happen here. I think north has to be our priority. All right. So bedroom closet, 2 extra items if drafted adjoined to a bedroom. We're not going to get that. Courtyard. Or courtyard is pretty solid with north and south. Locksmith, we don't have a lot of money, so we could get some keys, but we already have 4. Okay, so here's what we do. We build the courtyard, right? I had the shovel, so we might get something in here. And then I can burn 2 steps to step back into the ballroom and get another gem. The other thing, you know what? I'm going to hold off on that because I can draft a 1 gem room from one of these and then go back in and get my 2 gems. And in point of fact, I'd better do that before I dig. Also, I don't have the sledgehammer. I probably don't spend a key on that. All right, so where do I want to go first? Let's try drafting south first. What do we have here? Nursery. Yeah, okay, I can do this. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5 steps. That's going to be very handy. I do want the coat check as well, but I think with my plans for the day, I want the nursery for the steps though. This is tough. I want both of these. I think I might not see this again if I don't draft it. All right, we'll go coat check. And I'll go grab my keys. We can also stash something else here at the end of the day if I have the steps to get back here. And if I remember to do it. Okay. So I have my car keys. Okay, so I'm going to have to backtrack to the den to get over to the west side. Let's see about drafting here. Maybe I spend my gem. No. Okay. Dining room isn't bad. Yeah, we'll probably go dining room here, and I'm not going to enter it yet. I will probably come back through the courtyard, so I might hold off on digging here because I need to backtrack now. So if I go through the ballroom, I get a gem. Whereas if I dig up a gem in one of these pits, I lose that benefit. All right. So I got my gem. Now we go conference room, foundation, hallway, den. Okay. And then, do I want to go down to the entrance hall? I think I do. Yeah, okay. So we're running a little low on steps, but... yeah, there's no but. We're running a little low on steps. Okay, spare bedroom. We could maybe build the bedroom closet here and get some items out of that. This does have an exit, but it doesn't have an exit west. So unfortunately, I don't feel like I can build it here. This should be saved for later in the run. Yeah, let's go spare bedroom here. I can't remember if it's possible for there to be an item. Okay. Oh, there's a gem. Okay, I'll take that. All right, so here's the nursery. Okay, yeah. The laboratory early is good too, but yeah, our step count's too low. We got to build a nursery here. So we should get 5 for building it, right? Okay. If I can pick up a coin, I can go get the sleeping mask too. What do we got here? Another gem. Okay. All right, no coins. So now I go back to the den and make my way west. Okay, what do we got here? So this is unfortunate. The entire west wing is blocked off for me. Oh, that's so frustrating. I can get 4 items if I draft this. All of these are blocked off for me. That's so annoying. What a terrible draft. All right, let me draft this and get the 4 items. All right, so we get a key, a dice. Oh, it's not adjoining. That's right. We learned that adjoining means it's connected by a door. So it would have to be... okay. Well, I learned something. Or I corrected a mistake that I had. You know what? We could go to the trading post and trade something for something, I guess. I don't know. Having all of these west wing rooms blocked off unless I get like a bunch of south exits here, pretty annoying. I suppose it's possible I could get it here, but I haven't even built the breaker room yet. Ugh. And passing through the ballroom is going to take away one of my gems too. I don't have the coins for the sleeping mask. And there's so many... I get so close to being able to do these things. Yeah, the Switch 2... here's my thing. I just earlier this year bought an OLED Switch 1. And it's got a ton of games I want to play on it. The Switch 2 has an LED screen, and it's not got anything interesting in it yet. So I'll just wait like 2 or 3 years until there's a bunch of games that I want, and they release the OLED version of the Switch 2, and then I'll get that. It's not like I have a problem playing other games. Unless there's something like that I really desperately want to play right now, I'll just wait. Okay, so... can't afford the sleeping mask. Nothing's been spread to the conference room. Ballroom's gonna steal my third gem, unfortunately. I have no way to spend it right now. Well, I could go to the chapel. Yeah, maybe I go through, okay, so maybe I burn a coin to go through the chapel, because if I find one coin, I'm likely to find two. And then I'll backtrack here. So, like, what am I doing? Hallway to foundation to conference room to chapel, I think. Also reminded me that adjoining means a direct connection from a door, so that's something. All right. Burning through the steps here. I need to get something. I need some stuff to happen for me right now. I need some stuff to happen. I need a way to get to the west and get that car built. I need the breaker room. So I need a lot of stuff. All right. What about you? What's your deal? Okay, bedroom gets us... This gets us 10 steps, maybe. This gets us 5. Yeah, I think we go bedroom here. There's 5 steps back. That's good. It appears there's nothing in the bedroom today. Okay, we want to draft as many gem things as we can on our way to the dining room. And then we'll go grab 2 more gems in the ballroom and dig up the courtyard. We love some north-facing stuff here, if possible. All right, there's my first key. What do we got? Drawing room doesn't work very well, but it's either drawing room or corridor. Kitchen's a dead end. Corridor gets me across. Corridor's always unlocked is nice, but let me save that for later. All right, I guess we go drawing room here. You may draw new floor plans while drafting in this room. So that's kind of helpful for this next exit. Still no idea which date we would be using to open the safe, so I'm not sure about that. There's another key requirement. Okay, so library I'd like to see. Security. Laboratory I don't like. Security could be good. We only have 2 exits left. Security. I could redraw here. Because if I don't get anything good here, I have to go a long way to get back to the dining room. I think I redraw here and try to get a connection to the dining room. All right, well, that sucked. Well, at least we got the utility closet. All right, so we'll turn keycards off. We'll screw around with the vac system a little bit. And then I don't know which one we want to be white. We'll turn the gym off and the garage on. So we have power to the garage and we have the car keys. If we can get the garage built, we can take a ride. So hopefully the game recognizes that we're in that position and rewards us by weighting the garage floor plan a little more heavily here. All right, I got to go all the way through the bedroom. At least we get free steps in the bedroom. Through the chapel, lose another coin. Over to the ballroom. All right, well, we're not getting as much out of the ballroom as I would have liked, but such is life. Such is blueprints. Yeah, we're getting pretty low on the steps here. All right, I think now I dig up the dirt, and then we hope we get pretty lucky with what we draw here at the dining room. I do have 1 dice. All right, let's see what we can dig up. Not a gem. Okay, coins. Still 2. Pebbles. All right. All right, so we go through the dining room and hope we get a good draw. If we get to, actually, if we get to rank 8, then dinner's served. So that's 20 steps minimum, maybe 10. Or maybe 30, rather. So yeah, if we get up to rank 8, which I need... Yeah, I need some of this stuff anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 6, and 8, and 9. So I need this room. Well, we know this is going to be an A, and then I need this room. If we can get here, we can double back and pick up dinner and get some steps that way. So, all right, let's see what we get. Burning through keys here. All right, library gets us to the West Wing. Boudoir gets us some steps and gets us to the West Wing. There's only one exit on the map right now, so we're gonna have to have something heading north if we do one of these. And since we have to have something north, and we'll burn the dice if we have to, that means we're likely to get to rank 8 and get the food, so I'm gonna go library here. Hey, handsome Tigrex, welcome to the channel. I've been mewing, that's why I'm handsome. Anyway, what's up? I'm not sure I understand the relationship between making cat noises and being handsome, but if you say so, I'll trust your assertion there. Okay, no items, but we do get the opportunity to make a request here. So we've read drafting strategy, we've read EPCW pump manual. I very much want to know more about the nation that we're in, so I'm going to go ahead and pick History of Arendia here. And then we're going to draft our way north. Okay. So we have to get an exit north here, or the run is over. What do we get? Music room. So here's the problem. It locks out all 4 of these. But... And the garage is a dead end, so like, say I get the garage here. I can at least take my ride, but the run is over at that point. And I don't get to rank 8. I guess I'm okay blocking these out. I'm unlikely to get down south to them anyway. This could be a run ender if I redraw here. This has keys in it. Eats up all our gems, but... if we're backtracking to get dinner, we can pick up 2 more gems as well. I guess we're going music room. Here's the silver key. I still don't fully understand what this is about. Denoted in verse. What was the message we got? Find among the white trees under 2 stones. I don't remember seeing white trees anywhere. All right. I think we used the silver key right away on the next locked door. Yeah. Okay. Dark room, I would very much like to see. That has 2 exits. Yeah, this I want. Okay. So I need to get up here to rank 8 for dinner. And then we'll go to the utility closet, turn the dark room back on after we trip it. And that will let me see some stuff that I've been wanting to see. So ideally, one of these 2 becomes the garage. What do we got? 13 steps? Okay. Oh, the garage costs like 3 gems, doesn't it? Oh, no. That's not great. Oh boy. Oh, I should have gone and turned the power on. Shoot. That was a mistake. All right, well, we got the hallway, the West Wing Hall. Very nice. Okay, so we're going to enter here to hit rank 8, and then we got to go back for dinner. Also, I love the music that comes on when you build the music room. It's really nice and atmospheric and stuff. What is this? Pizza? Plus an additional 10 if you have a furnace in your house. So we're getting 20. 20 seps. That's something. Okay. What else do we need to backtrack for? I can get 2 gems in the ballroom. There's nothing in the conference room yet. And then we can turn the power to the dark room back on in the utility closet. So we're going to eat some of the steps we just got. But we'll get some benefit out of it. All right. Yeah. Courtyard. Ballroom. There's my 2 gems. Conference room. It's a long path to get here, but okay, this is important. Spend another coin in the chapel. Free traversal of the bedroom, at least. And now let's turn the power back on. In the dark room. There we go. Okay. So I think, let me double check this. What does the... What does the garage count as? I thought it was... where's the... is it a shop? Where is the garage? Aquarium, coat check, mailroom. There it is, garage. Oh, it doesn't... No, it costs... Okay, it costs 1. It costs 1. I thought it cost 3. I'm remembering wrong. It has 3 keys, but it costs 1 gem. Okay. If we get super lucky and get the garage here, we have power, we have the car keys, we could take a ride on the West Drive. But, you know, what are the chances I get exactly what I need there? Pretty low, right? You forgot about Oblivion Remastered? Mewing is Gen Alpha slang for jaw training? What? Like chewing 8 pieces of gum at once? All right, where are my exits? From the... Okay, we got to get back to the dark room first. I'm burning through all my dinner steps, but what choice do I have? All right, I dug up the dirt, right? Yeah, okay. Back through the dining room. And then... Yeah, music room to dark room. Okay, now, we have the magnifying glass. There's some things in here that I need to take a look at now that I have the magnifying glass. Hey, and look at that. We picked up a broken lever as well. I only know one place to use the broken lever, which is the greenhouse, and we haven't drawn that in a while. Okay, so... No cracks there. Any chance... No, I can't see the combination there. Okay. Let's see. There's one thing in particular I want to look at. But there might be some other things in here. We think that's Mila. Don't really know who she is. There's a bathtub back there, sink of co. What is that? Not important, apparently. Here we go. I wanted to see this. Green memos found in Hartley's room are always false. Okay, that's what I wanted to find. I knew if I had the magnifying glass, I'd be able to see this. I don't know who the hell Hartley is yet. Maybe this is Hartley? Yeah, that's one thing we haven't been able to do, is to identify people. Oh yeah, I forgot I was looking for clues. Where am I right now? I'm in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, rank 7, room 1. So this should likely be an S. Spine and pine. Yeah, all right. So S is correct. That's fine. I mean, we'd already assumed that, but we can make it formal now. Outline in white. Okay. So everything north of everything north of here we want to have the letters for. Anything else where, yeah, I want that padlock combination. Anything else where I feel like the magnifying glass might tell me something? I don't think so. I think it was just that one thing. But at least now I've got that. All right. So if we head east from the dark room, let's see what we get. Corridor's always unlocked. I can take that. Yeah, okay. I guess that's fine. Nothing else in here. All right. So we turned power off to the gymnasium, which means we would get the use of this for free. Building the boudoir goes north and gets us 5 steps. Building security gets us 2 exits. And we're pretty high up, so we can skyrocket the number of security doors because we already powered them off. I think we go security here, much as I would like the steps from boudoir. Okay. Yeah, I think this was the right call. Okay, let's log in here. Press enter. So first, let's view the inventory. Yeah, the 2 trunks I'm fine with. We haven't missed anything else. Keycard system. We're going to set this to high. And we're going to change offline mode to unlocked. Perfect. And then what else do we want to do? I could request something at the commissary, I think, for a couple days from now, theoretically. I can't remember if there's anything else we can do in here. I don't think so. So I think it's just staff services. No new staff announcements. Special orders. What do I want? Sleeping mask and shovel are both always nice. Metal detector. Metal detector may have some other use than what I think it does. Because it's very expensive. It's 10 coins. I don't think I need the magnifying glass or the brass compass. So, shovel, sleeping mask, or sledgehammer are all good. I think I'll stick with shovel. Alright. Okay, what are we doing here? We're going south? Alright, let's see what we can get built here. Guest bedroom? You know what? It might be time for this. This does have an exit, though. It burns through my last gem. I'm pretty low on steps. But I could get some goodies from whatever the thing is. And this has an exit. All right, yeah, let's go observatory here. What's it going to take me to get all the way back to the ballroom for more gems? So this will be 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Yeah, there's no point. So this is probably the last gem of the run, unless I get some from the actual thing here. Or get more steps. So today we have the sale. Everything is 50% off. Not great. Not helpful, although I guess we could get the sleeping mask now. Today only, great deals ahoy. The sale. Everything up to 50% off. Offer valid at the following locations: commissary, kitchen, locksmith, and bookshop. There's a bookshop? Okay. All right. Billiard room gets us keys. Bunk room is a dead end, but we would get... we'd get more steps for building it. We'd get 10 steps just for building it. What do I want here? This gets me more options to maybe get my hands on the antechamber entrance. And there's a good chance I can draw another bedroom somewhere. All right, let's go billiard room. All right, nothing extra. No extras. Let's solve the puzzle here. All right, so 2... 9 plus 7 is 16. Was this plus? No. 9 minus 7 is 2 times 10 is 20. So I guess we're starting from 0. Minus 1 is negative 1. Wait, how does... No. 6. I didn't see this green. 6 minus 1 is 5. Times 4 is 20, divided by 5 is 4. And then 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 3 is 8. Minus 7 is 1. Wait, did I have that right? 1 plus 4 plus 3 is 8. Minus 7 is 1. Times 18 is 18, divided by 3 is 6, right? There we go. Okay. 1 silver key. All right. I thought I was going to get 2, but I got 1 instead. Okay. No gems still. What do we got here? Gymnasium gets me 2 exits. It keeps giving me this bedroom, but it's a dead end, which bothers me. Kitchen has food for sale. Everything's half off, and I have 6 coins. We powered off the gymnasium. This has an exit right. This has an exit right and gives me more steps. I can't build it, though. Do I go gymnasium for the extra room? Or do I go best guest bedroom? I think we go gymnasium here. I'm pushing it with the steps, but I think, yeah, there we go. Okay. What do we have here? Okay, so this spreads gems in each green room, which we only have the courtyard, and I can't build it anyway. Freezer doesn't help me. All right, I guess we were forced to build the bunk room here. So that's 10 steps for building it. Do I want to burn 2 going in and looking for an item? What has been in here before? Gems or coins or keys? I think it's been coins in here, but I could be wrong. Yeah, we might get some gems if we're lucky. Let's take a look around. Bananas? That's actually, I'm okay with that. Nothing else. Okay. Well, it was worth coming in for the bananas anyway. What's that? A net gain of like 4 steps? That's helpful. Okay, so how many exits do we have? We have the West Wing hallway and we have the security room. That's it. Okay. I really want the damn garage here. Lots of rooms or lots of exits? Yeah, let's silver key this. So Great Hall does give us an entrance to the antechamber. I can't build the rotunda. Chamber of Mirrors is dead end. All right, so the problem here is the key, and then we don't have a place to stick the lever either. So I could redraw here, but I think I want to save that for this slot. So we'll put this in for now, and then we'll go. I don't want to burn this key now because I might need it over here at the West Wing hallway. And we don't have a way into the antechamber anyway because we haven't used the lever. So I'm going to go over here and do my damnedest to get the garage to spawn. Let's see. See if we luck out. Yeah, see, I needed this key. And then if we get the garage, there's 3 keys in there. All right, I don't want either of these. Let's redraw. I did not get the garage, so that sucks. I guess we're going boudoir. That gets us more steps. And I guess there could be a gem or something in there. So we got 2 exits to the right and 1 exit over here. Man, it's so hard to get. I can't believe I got locked out of all of this. So I got the breaker room. I got my spare keys out of the coat check, but I could not find a way to build the garage. Man, that's frustrating. Any chance I can see if the door is a keycard door? No. All right. Yeah, I would like to know the sketch values for both of these. Let's try this. That's locked. I can't go in. Okay. We've already opened the safe. No bonuses. Are you locked? You're locked. Okay. I think that's the run then. Because these are guaranteed to be locked. Both of these are locked. There's no other exits on the map and no way for me to get keys, right? Man, that's disappointing. I really wanted to take that drive. So what do I want to do before I leave? I've got 21 steps left. I can get gems in the ballroom. That doesn't do anything for me. I don't have a sledgehammer, so I can't smash the trunks open. I could go to the trading post and see what that's about. Yeah, I can get to the trading post. Okay, so I want to get to the coat check and leave something there. Probably the spare keys again. And then go outside and go to the trading post to just get a feel for what's available in there. Maybe there's a lockpicking kit. It's maybe plausible that I could somehow possibly have enough steps to get there, buy something useful, and come back. Maybe. Damn it, I forgot to check the... Oh, son of a... How much do I want to know what that letter in the boudoir is? No. No, I'll get back there someday. Ooh, actually. Do I want to do that? I want to take that ride, and these are pretty rare, but this is pretty rare as well. And if I, which do I want more? I want to use the basement key and the foundation more. Let's check the broken lever. All right. And then yeah, take a right at the conference room. Okay. There's 2 gems. Didn't spread anything. All right, let's at least see what the trading post has on offer. Man, not being able to get the garage when I had all the other pieces in place, very frustrating. Select an item to trade. Car keys. For compass. Shovel for compass. Magnifying glass for salt. So they give you different items depending on what you have. Okay. Well, that's the run. A little bit of a little bit frustrating. What did we do? I mean, what did we... Did I even build any... I built like 1 or 2 new rooms. There was the trading post. I think there was one other room, the ballroom. Noteworthy inn with the music room, I guess. Ballroom and music room. Yeah, look at that. It's all musical and stuff. That's all that I did that was new, really. I guess we did find that clue that all the green memos in Hartley's rooms are always false. I don't know what that means. But man, getting completely chicken blocked on these 4 squares of the West Wing, man, that pisses me off. Realized my mistake about the closet, for sure. We now have the broken lever checked into the coat room, so that's helpful for advancing the main story, at least. So if we can get into the antechamber, which the coat check makes a little bit easier, then we can take that key and go to the foundation. So we need steps on that day as well, because it's pretty far away. And from there, we can find out what the basement holds, what's in there. Anyway, I guess that's it for today's run for day 15. I'd like to thank Pila for stopping by, and anybody else watching the VOD in the future. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope you enjoyed day 15. We'll be back tomorrow with more blueprints. Until then, take care. We'll see you next time. Bye.